Annabelle, what grade levels and subjects do you tutor for Ardent?
So at Ardent, I'm currently tutoring English and math of all grade levels. So far, my youngest student has been an incoming first grader, and my oldest has been an incoming high school freshman. So I'm really flexible with what and who I tutor.
Awesome. And what is your experience in those fields, English or math?
So my experience comes from really going through the entire public school system and already experiencing the content that all my students need help in. Back in public school, I was always good at math and was in the advanced math classes for my level. And as for English, I've always loved writing and been passionate about English grammar. And also growing up with a younger sister at home, I've been using my experience and knowledge to help her out with her schoolwork as well. I also just like working with younger kids in general and have been privately teaching other younger kids before I was at Ardent.
Awesome, great. So now that you're at Ardent, what is your approach to tutoring, maybe from things you've learned with helping your sister or past tutoring experiences? What is your approach now?
So for me, I always focus on students' understanding, and I think that's the most important part. Sometimes you can teach students tricks or just straight up the right answer if you just want the session to go faster, but then that way they're not really learning, and you really want them to understand the concept so they can apply it to other similar problems or questions in the future. I usually try to keep my talking to the minimum unless I need to explain a new concept, and then that's when I do the teaching. Otherwise, I think of myself more as guiding a student to the right answer because usually they know how to get there with their fundamental knowledge, but they might not know right away how to start and apply that knowledge. And because tutoring is different than teaching, right? When you're tutoring, it means that they need help with something, and it's more of a review. When teaching is more of like teaching a new concept. So that's why in tutoring, usually they know how to do it already, but it could just be like applying it in a different way or in a multi-step problem or something like that. And then so that's when, I try to take a step back and let them do it. And then when they really need help, I'll step in.
Great. So with that approach to, addressing their understanding at the fundamental level, at your time with Ardent, how have you seen some of your one-on-one tutoring students grow?
I've definitely seen growth in my students. Sometimes it's within one session when a student has almost mastered a new concept that they learned for the first time that day. Or once I've worked with a student long enough, I see improvement in how fluently they write or solve their math problems, and that just makes me really proud. And even after a few sessions, I can start to see growth. And so many times I'm scheduled to do like 5 to 10 with them. So who knows how far they'll be after they finish my scheduled sessions with them.
Right, awesome. So kind of wrapping up, what is your favorite part about tutoring with Ardent and tutoring our Ardent students?
So my favorite part so far has been meeting such a variety of students and working with them. Every student starts at a different point and has a different need when they start out with tutoring. So no student is the same. And even though some of the content I'm tutoring them might overlap, tutoring never gets boring with each new student. And I'm always excited to take on new students.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being such a wonderful tutor for Ardent.